All right, have and have not fans. Now, in this video, we're just going to be talking about, the what ifs, like what if Jeffrey meets his father, William. Now, I know some people are automatically just saying, Veronica's probably just lying to David to make him feel bad, and that's pretty much it. So, William isn't the father of Jeffrey, she's just making it up. But I'm going to be honest here. I think she was telling the truth. Like I said several episodes ago, the whole thing about her saying that she was the one who set Erica up with David, even though that was actually Candace. I think that was her just trying to teach him a lesson about what happens if you try to cheat on me. But then David saying, I love you, I want to get back together. But then out of nowhere, Veronica's like, hey, you know what? Yeah, so you're not the dad, so you still want to get back together now? Okay. So in this video, if you're a person who thinks that Jeffrey is really David's son, then you might not enjoy this video too much. But if you're a person who's speculating that Veronica's telling the truth like I am, then, it's going to be an interesting encounter if William ever comes into the series. And yeah, I think it should be babyface. You heard me get on my soapbox already about that, so I'm not going to go into it in this video. But I actually uploaded a video Saturday night about, is William one of the lawyers Veronica has with the puzzle pieces. I think that would be a great thing to actually set up, especially if it turns out that David and Jim, or just David, meets up with William before Jeffrey does. Now, the other question is, aside from Jeffrey meeting his father, will Jeffrey find out that David isn't his real father? Yes, Veronica did say in the episode Out of Time that, oh, you still think he's your father, but we never got any follow up on that. That was pretty much Jeffrey reacting that like, what are you talking about? But that was pretty much it. But I really think it might come down to the fact that, I feel that David's going to be a Hannah in the sense that he found out the truth about the father of his child, like Hannah did with Candace via Derek, and David just did with Jeffrey via Veronica. I think it's one of these things where the parent is going to handle the situation before the child finds out the true lineage they're from, if that makes any sense. Because I don't know exactly what's going to go down between Derek and Hannah. I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't think we're going to see Derek at all for the rest of this season, even though there's only 2 episodes left. I mean, I'm curious if, Candace feeling down about, everything falling apart with Charles, she goes over to Hannah's house. I wonder if Hannah says something about her father, because maybe Hannah will speculate, you know what, Candace, you just lost the man that you weren't feeling, I don't want to say love, that the man that you had strong feelings for, but how about I tell you about the man who's your father, who you never knew, who neither of us actually knew. Well, when I say that, I mean, neither one of them knew that Derek was the man. I guess it's the best way to put it. So with with David, it's the situation of how will his interactions with Jeffrey be now? Like, what will happen the next time he looks at Jeffrey? Will he just see William? Like, will he just kind of have flashbacks in his mind of how they look alike and he never knew? Like, I would speculate that that will be pretty interesting to say the least. If William is just popping up in his mind every time he looks at Jeffrey, because, that definitely might mess up the father-son dynamic there. If Jeffrey met his father, I think the encounter would be more like whether, the whole thing about him being gay and then William being into men, but then when going to this camp to just, get rid of his homosexual tendencies. So I really wonder what that conversation will be like. Not to mention, we don't know why he went to that place. Remember, it worked for his father, Veronica said, meaning that William did go to that place in Utah to meditate and pray and stuff like that. Why? Did he do it for Veronica? Did he do it because the man he was seen kissing, making out with in front of Veronica was abusive? Was William in a Justin Jeffrey relationship where, one was hostile, the other one wasn't, and he decided this life isn't for me? I'm going to go ahead and, cleanse myself from these thoughts or anything. I guess it's the best way to put it. And another thing I didn't think about, William getting Veronica pregnant is just like Jeffrey getting Melissa pregnant. I did not think of that. But I have a feeling that, William probably wasn't in an arranged engagement slash first date slash, plan to get somebody pregnant kind of scenario. So, But I really do want to know what the interaction will be like. Looking in a mirror, how will Jeffrey look at David if he finds out the truth about this? I hope it's not one of those things where Jeffrey, just kicks David to the curb, because he's been there for him through all this mess. Dang. And it's kind of sad because, believe it or not, Jeffrey has been getting further and further away from David the more he's been with Justin, and then seeing David with Veronica. And it's almost like he's unintentionally been pushing David away before this whole "you're not my father" thing came into the picture. So we're in for some. I'm really hoping that, this reveal is going to lead to something I've been harping on for quite a while: character development for Jeffrey, for David. Hopefully Justin's out of the picture, because it's one of these scenarios where maybe Jeffrey's father, let's not say we'll talk him out of being gay, but just talk him out of being in this thing with Justin. I think that would be a great way to introduce William into the picture. It's one of those things where father knows best. And it's kind of weird, if, Jeffrey's father, who pops up out of nowhere, is the one who finally gets him to let go of Justin, despite the fact you have many people, you almost had like half a dozen people in the series telling you not to be with him, despite all the violent things he's threatened and done to those you care about. Wyatt, David, Veronica, Madison, just to name a few. So I really want to know what's going to happen during that encounter. And aside from, the whole, how will Jeffrey react when he finds out? I want to know, I think the most important question for me personally is, did William even know that Veronica was pregnant by him? Did William even know that he got Veronica pregnant? That's something I really want to figure out once, hopefully, it comes into the show. So with that being said, folks, I really want to know what you think about this. I'm just going to throw it out there. Do you think that William actually was seen kissing a white man? I know that's kind of random, but when you think about it, Jeffrey seems to be, Landon. I never really saw him and Landon together. It was more like, Landon was helping Jeffrey become who he really is. And really the only times those two kissed or made out was whenever Jeffrey wanted to discuss or just throw his homosexuality in the face of Melissa or Veronica. And then the one time they did have sex was in the episode, what was the episode? It was the one where Jeffrey finally told off Veronica when he said, "I'm done." It was the one where, he stormed out of Veronica's house, and then Veronica was like, "What the hell are we going to name this baby?" It was the same episode where she set the house on fire. Basically, when she went to get Benny out of jail, then they had sex in David's truck. Then she got back home, and then she set the house on fire. I'm mad at myself because I know I should know this video. I know this episode title. No More Hiding was when he came out, but I think it was like No More or Enough. The episode title was Enough. It was Enough. And I'm like, that would be very interesting, because that was the first time, Jeffrey had sex with Landon, which was, again, just to get back at his mom, to just take out that aggression, on someone else. And Landon even said, he was saying Wyatt's name, and it, why, kind of like, I believe, didn't Candace say the same thing about Charles saying his wife's name? Interesting. So I really do think that the William Jeffrey meeting should happen, but I do feel like, we might see a David William meeting first. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think, Jeffrey's going to react to the news about his real father? How do you think he's going to react if he meets his real father? Did William even know that Jeffrey was his son, in regards to knowing that he got Veronica pregnant? There are so many things we should really speculate about, but I don't want to do like 50,000 videos on something. Well, not to say I haven't done some ridiculous like that before, but I think that maybe we'll find out more after the season is about to wrap up. We got she's going to be real mad in a couple of days, and the next week, show not tell, and then I believe that's it until the show comes back, probably this fall. So thanks so much for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.